Hey guys, especially those that have uteri and have periods, because I know that you probably need it. If you are currently, as you're watching this, you are on your period, hugs, virtual hugs. There you go. With my bingo, my bingo wings and everything. Um, but yeah, I'm here to do my first review. Um, Actually, knowing myself, I don't know whether I'm actually gonna post this one first, but hey ho. My first review is going to be Yazz, and I'm going to try and keep it as simple as possible. I'm going to give you a few points of what I do like about them and a few points of what I don't like about them. Okay, so what I do like about these is the packaging is actually kind of cute. So it comes in this little package and then it has sort of like a lid. And so it means that once you have opened it, because I find that sometimes in like the normal plastic pouches, once you've opened it, everything just kind of goes haywire. Whereas with this one, it's sort of kept safely and neatly. If you live in a country where there's dust, you don't necessarily want dust on your pads, so it's very, very convenient. Another thing I like about them, and I've got two over here, is that every pack actually comes with one heavy flow and one lighter flow pad, and it actually also comes with one little panty liner, and I'll talk about why this is one of my cons as well. And it comes with like a little, I guess, pouch that you can dispose things of in. And I quite like that because it means that for some people, not I, but for some people, I can understand how this would be very economical, because it means that they don't have to get two separate packs in order to have pads for light flow and for heavy flow. They can just get this one pack and they're good. The next point is that they're actually quite cheap for what you get in them. So you get 6 normal and 6 heavy, which is 12 pads, and you get them for 6 CDs. The Always brand or kind that I usually get here, or I did used to use before I started using this, I believe is in some places 5 CDs, some places 6 CDs, and they only have 8 pads in them. So you're getting 4 more pads for about the same price, okay, which is great. Another thing is that this particular kind in this particular line, which is the minty one, as it says on the packet, it has a minty smell, and I never used to like fragrance sanitary products. I'm still a bit wary, but with this, I haven't had any adverse effects because of it, and actually, it feels kind of nice and it smells nice. Everybody likes to smell nice. Even though I don't believe that vaginas need to smell extraordinary, I still feel like it sort of takes away the anxiety of, maybe if you have someone that has heavy flow, it takes away some of the anxiety of constantly feeling like, oh, you smell. And in a country that is hot as well, even though period blood in itself doesn't smell, once it leaves your vagina, there might be a scent if you don't have the facilities to perhaps wash up or change your pads as often as to avoid such side effects happening. Now, luckily for me, because I work from home, I can change quite well whenever I need to, really. But I still quite like the fact that I have this scented one, because I like to smell nice and it's great. Some people actually say that the minty flavor or aroma, I guess, helps with their cramps. I don't know about that. I don't actually get pain from a cramping uterus. My pain is mostly inflammation of my joints, and so I can't really comment on that, but that's what some people say. Now, on to the bad things. So talking about like the panty liners, I guess the whole pack in itself is already economical, so I don't want to like drum on to this too much, but I don't see the point in just having the one panty liner. And also, the panty liner is super flimsy. Let me try and see if I can even open this thing up. And trying to open this thing up will actually bring me to the next point, the next problem I have with this particular brand. Right, it's super, super flimsy. It's quite small as well, like it's barely bigger than my palm. And so sometimes you want to wear a panty liner when you're sort of like on your last day when you're spotting, or if you spot on your first day, you want to wear the panty liner. I'm not sure that this will actually give you any protection at all. The next thing is that, as you could see on this, the packaging isn't great. And so when you're opening up the individual pads, they get snagged and they get torn. And the whole point of the plastic on this is because once you've obviously finished using your sanitary product, you're supposed to be able to wrap it up in the plastic and throw it out. Now, when it gets torn up and all those kind of things, it makes it really hard to be able to wrap your sanitary pads in that when you're disposing of it, and which means if you perhaps keep a bin in your bathroom, it is possible that because you were unable to wrap it very well, there'll be a scent in your bathroom. It's not that big of a deal, but those are the little things that really do annoy me, because I have heavy flow, and so I like to be able to wrap the pad very well. These are the small things that make a big difference to me, I feel sometimes. And also trying to open the thing up and then it's snagging and it's doing higgy haga or whatever. If you're trying to change in public, that's not necessarily a thing that you really want to deal with, because if you're somebody like me who's a bit of a germaphobe, you wanna get your shit changed and get out of there as quickly as you possibly can. So there's that. The last thing I would say is that the glue on the pad itself isn't great, and I will say this about the panty liner and about the pads as well. I first noticed it when I used the panty liner, because the panty liner doesn't have any wings, and so I stuck it into my panty to try it, and within maybe an hour or so, like I could feel it in my panty, sort of like doing that little scrambly thing that it does, and then you go and off your pants, and then the whole thing has just scrambled up into like one thin line of panty liner. That's not what we like. And the same thing sort of happens with the normal pads as well. And so when you're putting it in your pants, you have to sort of make sure that the wings are overlapping each other so that they're secure. One, I shouldn't have to do that. Secondly, the problem with that is that when plastic sticks on top of plastic, when you're taking it off, it tends to tear. And so then when you're taking it off, you have that whole issue where now your pad is coming apart. And actually, the one that I used a one of the heavy ones from the Minty pack yesterday. And as I was taking it off, it had actually started coming apart. And so as much as I want to love this brand, and I do love it because it's economical, it's not the greatest in terms of actually being an amazing pad, if that makes any sense. It does absorb decently, especially the heavy one. To be fair, there isn't that much difference between the normal one and the heavy one, which for me is a good thing because I'm on the heavy side anyways. So I don't want like a little flimsy pad in there anyway. But the absorption is decent, so I'll give them on here, the heavy is supposed to be 6 droplets and the normal flow is supposed to be 5 droplets. So I'll give them that. It does a decent job. I feel like this one could probably be a little bit longer, but other than that, that's pretty much it, guys. Alright guys, thank you for watching my review of Yazz Minty sanitary pad. You can get these in Ghana. I believe that they also sell them in Nigeria, but you can get these in Ghana. As I said before, they're about 6 cedis per pack, but in Ghana, everything depends on where you buy them. And so depending on where you buy them, the price might change a little bit, but they are very, very cost effective. You can pretty much get them anywhere. If you're abroad and you would like to try these, I actually know that some people abroad do request for these to be sent to them, simply because they can't find Minty pads at their end, or just because these ones are cheaper, because 6 cedis is less than £1 the last time I checked. And so these are really, really great and economical. So if you would like some of these, leave me a comment and I can try and arrange a way to get these to you if you live abroad, and we can sort of get that sorted. Other than that, please like, share, subscribe, comment with anything that you would like to say on what I've been talking about. If you think I'm talking nonsense, let me know. But yeah, hold tight and see you next time. Mwah.